Hello, this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy. I've been working on my So Special journal using some of the tags that I made in the previous video, and mainly this journal is made from My Porch Prints So Sweet Journal Kit. I have used other sewing kits, journal kit patterns, and I wanted to name those for you in case you want to look them up, but the main book comes from My Porch Prints. I also used Stamperia Romantic Threads, which is a 12 by 12 printed package of papers that you can purchase. Calico Collage Sew Vintage Journal Kit, the Design Box Sew Beautiful Journal, and I believe that's it. I just wanted to include other kits because I saw some other features that I really liked, and so anyway, let's go with this. I've done the first 5 pages, the cover, and 4 pages that I wanted to just go through with you. This is not a tutorial like I've been doing, but I will take extra time. Instead of just doing a flip through, I will take extra time to describe what I did to create the page. This is the cover of the journal, and I have put this together using the My Porch Prints papers, printed front and back on most pages. And then the decorations that I'm doing on the pages come from various places. So on the cover, I've used the sewing machine, which I just loved. This at the bottom, these are yo-yos that my mother has made many yo-yo quilts, and she had some yo-yos left over that she gave to me. So I've incorporated those that look sort of like flowers on the corner of this cover. I've also used paper flowers that I got in a package from Michaels. This is just pieces of my recycled silk ribbon that I put on there to look like leaves. And this is some lace that I cut and then scrunched it up underneath all this to kind of look like a ruffle. So that's that corner. This corner up here, I've used some coffee dyed cheesecloth underneath the whole thing. Let it hang off the top and the sides. I have a ticket and a heart that have sewing items on them, a thimble and a needle. And then this little piece right here is from the pattern that I'm pulling some items from that you'll see throughout this booklet. It's a pattern for aprons that my mother gave me. It's very old because everything is brittle in it, but I'm enjoying using it. This is a piece of a tape measure that I got out of a button box that's very old, and a button out of that button box. I probably will come back and after I bind this whole thing together and trim this down the side to reinforce it with cotton lace or something like that. So this will have something else down the side here. The inside front cover, I've used, this was kind of a wide tag. It had a tag top on it, and I used it as a flip up by turning down the top of it and gluing it on. Let me go over what's underneath it first. This is a part of that pattern, And this page I had not printed on the back side, so this is the basic underneath everything that goes on the page. This is the design underneath, and this is the actual pattern that I tore and glued in. This pocket here is one of the journal cards that I made in my previous video that I said I would probably use to make pockets rather than journal cards and tags. So I did make a pocket, and the detail of how that I made this is on the previous video to this one. Inside the pocket is a little booklet that opens up that can be written inside. This is a from one of the digital kits, a tape measure made of paper, printed paper. And then on the front here I have put some antique lace trim. It has kind of a patchwork design on the back. And this just slides down in this pocket. And this piece that flips up, let me get it where you can see it. I have put an envelope from one of the kits in this, a little piece of my pattern, a heart that I wanted to use to be able to fasten this closed. I used Velcro dots to close it with, and then inside is just a journal card with some thread on it. I actually cut part of it off to fit in here. The Velcro tab holds that closed. At the top here, I used the word threads. I used a safety pin, just pinned it right on there. And underneath these, before I put them on, is my cheesecloth again. And this is a button card from one of the digital kits. So this just flips back down. And on the front of it, there was a thimble that's printed on the paper. This is the bottom part of that piece I showed you that I had cut off inside that envelope. And this is some more of that beautiful lace trim. On this side, we have the button printed page in the background, and I used one of my tags that I had made in the previous video. The tutorial 1 showed how to do the masterboard and cut it into tags and journal cards, and then the second video showed how I put each one together with the accessories. So this all has already been described, and I put it on the page at an angle, glued down the 3 sides, and tucked inside these items from the My Porch Prints kit. I chose the word charming to go on this tag. These can be written on. The next page has a this pocket here could have been an envelope. What I did was fold up the bottom part, and I left the flap open and glued it on so that it could be a pocket. This heart with the tape measures on it is from another one of the digital kits, and I've used some crocheted lace at the bottom. Inside the pocket, you'll find another little booklet from the My Porch Prints kit. I've chosen the word sunshine on my face to go in this little spot. This gives some good journaling space in there. This just slides down in the pocket. And then this is just kind of a little tag, and I have several sewing boxes full of vintage items. This has a seam ripper printed on here, and then I added on with a pear clip a little package of needles, a safety pin, and a button. I couldn't think of the word safety pin. Okay, and at the bottom, this is off of the pattern for the aprons that I'm using. It's just, I just ripped it off of the cover of that and put it down here. On this page, the scissors and the rose background, that's all printed as part of the kit. And I have added there was a place at the top here for some words across here. So I have added the cheesecloth, and then this is one of G. Kerr's words from her phrases, words and phrases, one of her kits, and I used it. It says "A Joy Life." These two items, I believe, came from the Stamperia Romantic Threads. This was a tag, and I just topped it with a piece of ribbon twisted. Love is the thread that binds us, and then I had cut out some thread with roses. And I put a tab on the side just to finish out that page. This page here has the actual pattern. One of the ladies on the pattern modeling the apron. This was the cover and had the pattern all down inside. And this pattern was 35 cents. This is also off the cover. This is a little triple pocket from the My Porch Prints kit, and I have stuffed it with tags from various other places. They can all be written on the back. And I've tied the top with some thread and some ribbon tied with the thread and some ripped coffee dyed cheesecloth. And at the bottom I have a heart and an old-fashioned lady to finish out that page. That's as far as I've gotten. This right here is the center. So I'll do this page next. But I wanted to share this much with you tonight so that you can get an idea of how this is going together. I have enough material to make several journals this size, and this is the size I prefer to make. It doesn't take as long to make, and it makes a wonderful gift for a friend. So that's what I wanted to share with you tonight. I hope you enjoyed it and are inspired to get started on yours. You may not have all these elements, but this should give you some ideas on how to get started. It's been 100 degrees here, around 100 degrees for about a week, and no rain, and I've spent 3 or 4 hours each day watering gardens. I have 5 gardens that I'm taking care of, so I have 2 large gardens at my own house. I've been helping with my mother's watering of her gardens. I have the church garden and the flowers on the porch at hospice, so that keeps me busy running from one place to another, standing and watering and weeding and taking care of those gardens. So this is the evening now. It's been a beautiful day here today, and I've enjoyed working on this journal a little bit this afternoon and wanted to share my progress. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you will also remember that every day is a gift, and it's very important for us to spend our time in some kind of productive way so that we feel good about ourselves at the end of the day. And so each day, look for the joy in it and share it with everyone you meet along the way, and be a blessing to others. And so until next time, I'll see you soon.